Last month, we told you that a shelter in Skowhegan was ordered to close its doors after unresolved safety violations. Now town officials have authorized taking legal action against the shelter. News Center Maine's Brianna Bush shows us how leaders with the town and shelter plan to move forward.
Outside, a sign says that this building is deemed unsafe by the Skowhegan Fire Department. But inside, Shelters by Jesus remains open.
I am a pastor, and I'm called to take care of the hurting.
Pastor Richard Berry has been serving people at the Trinity Evangelical Free Church for close to 2 decades. However, town officials say for months, the shelter has been operating with unresolved safety code violations.
They've done the majority of the code violations have been updated, and there's just 2 major code violations.
We haven't broken any laws. We haven't obeyed every ordinance.
The town issued a cease and desist order in May. Weeks later, this placard was issued.
We don't want to send the police and fire department in there to remove people.
Interim town manager Donnie Zalewski says the shelter lacks a sprinkler system and a monitored fire alarm system. Now the town has authorized legal action against the shelter in the hopes it encourages the shelter to get up to code.
We're taking all the legal steps necessary to encourage compliance. What we really want is Shelters by Jesus to have a compliant building up to code.
Zalewski says the shelter is operating as an unauthorized dormitory.
There's requirements for being a dormitory, and there's requirements for being a place of assembly.
We care about it. We're pouring our hearts and our souls into this, and I'm doing everything I can to make sure we have an absolutely safe place to be.
An inspection filed earlier this year states that there are people living and sleeping in the church's assembly space, including families with children, without separation or appropriate living quarters for families.
In order for them to make the building a dormitory, they have to put in the fire suppression.
Barry says the shelter has yet to receive any court order and will continue operating while he works to reach ordinance compliance.
It's a church that accepts people and lets them stay there until we get a better facility for them.
Town officials say they are awaiting next steps in the court process and in the meantime are helping people transition out of the shelter. In Skowhegan, Brianna Bush, News Center, Maine.
Shelters by Jesus also operates a men's shelter next to the church. However, that building is up to code, according to town officials.